Hello grade 7 learners, I'm teacher Karina Shane and welcome to our vlog lesson for quarter 1, week 3, day 1. Focus on context clues. Today, we'll unpack how to use context clues to understand unfamiliar words in poems. This helps you analyze Philippine poetry more deeply and write your own meaningful verses. Content standards or performance standards. You'll build your multi-literacies and communicative skills by evaluating Philippine poetry, looking at clarity, purpose, and audience, and then publishing your own poem reflecting local and national identity. Second, you'll analyze poetry styles, lyric, narrative, dramatic, evaluate meaning and purpose, and compose an original multimodal poem. Learning competencies and objectives. By the end of today's vlog or lesson, you will be able to define context clues and identify different types. Practice identifying context clues in a poem. So, are you ready? Before we talk about context clues, let's warm up. Rearrange each puzzle to form a word related to clue types. Pause the video, jot down your answers. Are you ready? So, let's go! I hope you've got the correct answers. So, what are context clues? Are hints that help you figure out the meaning of an unfamiliar word using surrounding words or sentences. Or in other words, it would help you, tutulungan po kayo upang malaman ninyo kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng mga hindi pamilyar at mga mahihirap na words, salita sa isang sentence or poem that you're going to read. Context clues are pieces of information from the text that help us figure out the meaning of unfamiliar words. We use context clues to understand the meaning of unknown words. And we have here the different types of context clues. We're going to look for clues in the text. How do we find context clues? The first one is through definition clues. Sometimes the poem will provide a definition for a difficult word right in the next line or within the same line. Look for the definition of the unknown word in the sentence. Example, Drew was ecstatic to be in school, which means he was happy to be there. And the unfamiliar word here is the word ecstatic. And what do you think is the meaning? Try to look out the words near the word ecstatic. What could it be? What does ecstatic mean? Ecstatic means very happy. Second is example clues. The poem gives examples that help explain the difficult word. It is cleared up by giving an example, for instance, such as, and for example, may be used as signals. Let's try to look at this example. Look for these words to find an example like, such as, or. Matt enjoys completing science experiments such as mixing elements to make new discoveries. What does experiment mean? Experiment means to make new discoveries. Third is we have the synonym clues. The poem might use a word that means the same thing as a difficult word to help explain it. It should be words that have the same meaning. Example, find another word that means the same thing as the unknown word. Daniel was eager or enthusiastic to answer the question. What does enthusiastic mean? It means being excited and eager. Fourth, antonym clues. An opposite word or phrase is used to show what a difficult word means by contrast. Find words that means the opposite of the unknown word. Example, Olivia is very dedicated unlike her older sister who doesn't try very hard. What do you think is the meaning of dedicated? Dedicated means very hardworking, which is the opposite of doesn't try very hard. And the last type of context clues is explanation clues. The poem explains the difficult word in more detail within the surrounding lines. Example, her answer was concise, it was short and to the point without extra word. So, the word concise means short and direct to the point. Now, let's uncover context clues. Are you ready? Read the following sentences carefully. Each sentence contains an unfamiliar word. Let's think about the meaning of the unfamiliar words and identify them using context clues. Number 1. As the hurricane approached, the ocean surface was filled with turbulence, an unsteady, violent movement, making it dangerous for ships to navigate. What is the meaning of the underlined word or the highlighted word? What type of context clue is used here? Comment down your answer. Number 2. After 10 hours of heavy rainfall, the wind and rain of the storm did not abate, rather they began to intensify. What is the meaning of the underlined word? What type of context clues is used here? Comment down your answer, or you may jot down your answer. And number 3, experts describe the hurricane as destabilizing or disruptive as it caused widespread destruction in coastal areas. What is the meaning of the underlined word? What type of context clues is used here? So, the answers of these 3 questions will be included in our next video to check if your answer is correct. Now, let's try to summarize our lesson. Context clues are tools for understanding and deciphering unknown words while reading. There are different types of context clues. 1. Definition. 2. Synonym. 3. Antonym. 4. Example. And 5th, explanation. Now, it's your turn. Now, I will be showing a poem, short stanza, and I would like you to look for unfamiliar words, write them down in your notebook, and then use clues from the text to understand the meaning of the unknown words.